About Devon Hamilton being the best nose tackle in the league. What's changed that with D-Ham?
No, I think D-Ham's doing a great job. He's working really, really hard. You know, he's a total pro. You know, a veteran that young guys could look up to because he comes to work. You know, he's a lunch pail guy. He comes to work, does his job every day, gives us everything he's got. I think he's had a really good camp so far, so really excited about it. He's a great guy. Really is. Great dude to coach.
What do you like your side of the ball first 2 days ahead?
I think, you know, today we practiced a little bit more physical on our side. I thought we were communicating well, flying around. But to me, it's always about the play style. You know, how you're playing on defense. I think we're trending the right way that way. So, but a lot of work to do. But to answer your question, what I do like is I like the physicality today, and we're starting to get a good culture in our room.
You guys are going to be without Buster for the rest of camp. I know a lot of guys are going to have an opportunity to kind of step up, but with Jarian specifically, what have you seen from him over the last few days?
He's a great competitor. He really works hard to play with technique. You know, I think he did a great job in the spring, and then he really worked. He's one of the guys who really worked hard in the summer. You know, was with a lot of the guys on the team, working technique, studying. So he came back, you know, in the camp really ready to go. And I see a lot of the drill work he's doing every day is showing up now. You know, the muscle memory's starting to set in, and he's really playing with good technique, starting to show up in all the one-on-one work and the team periods.
He had the play yesterday where he punches out the ball on Diami, and then you run across the field to kind of give him his kudos. Just what is that relationship like, seeing a guy that, like you said, you do the indie drills and then it shows up later in practice?
Yeah, I think, you know, I love coaching that guy. We got a great group of guys here. Like, they're easy guys to coach, and they're giving us everything we're talking about. They're running to the ball, they're attacking the ball. So I think those things always should be celebrated. And I think that says a lot about the type of kid he is and the way that he plays. You know, he's going to give you everything he's got till the end of the play. So I think that was awesome that he was rewarded on that.
After your week of camp, second day of pads, do you feel the defense is more progressed ahead of schedule?
No, I think we're right about where we thought we'd be. Got a lot of work to do, but the guys are really putting in a lot of great work. Like in the meetings, they're locked in. You know, when you're up in front of the room looking at them, everybody's locked in. Everybody's really detailed. They're trying to do it out here on the field. Obviously, when we go in live work, but even in the walkthroughs, you know, they're really doing a good job communicating and playing with good technique in the walkthrough, good body position. So to me, that's really what we're looking for, and they're giving us that.
Any reservations or worries? I know it's still early in camp. You don't have to be specific, but
early in camp, you said.
But any reservations or any worries at all? You don't have to be specific, obviously.
No. I just think we got to keep doing what we're doing. We got to keep playing with a lot of passion and a lot of great communication every day. As long as we do that, I think we're going to be on course for where we'd like to be.
What do you like about Jimmy?
I mean, there's a lot to like. You know, he's a big athlete, covers a lot of ground. He's got good range, and he's physical. You know, he's done a really good job studying. He's become a very good communicator for us. So I'm pleased with his effort and how his camp's gone so far.
Jack with a would-be sack today. Give us kind of an idea of where he's progressed, that linebacker group in particular in the middle, where you kind of see that shaking out right now.
Yeah, I think he's doing a really good job. He's a mature guy. I think he was really well coached in college, to be honest with you. But he's got a very good football intelligence, and he asks great questions in the room as well. But he's been a good communicator, and he's a hungry guy. So I think that usually leads to a guy who's going to progress along quickly, and we're very, very excited about him too. I think he's done a good job in camp so far.
How much can a guy like Eric Armstead help players like Josh Hines Allen, Trayvon Walker on the outside with Eric pushing from the inside?
Yeah, I think when you're talking about pass rush, I think maybe the forgotten thing or the least talked about thing in all pass rush is middle push. You know, and you really have to have a guy that can close the pocket and generate middle push, get the quarterback off the spot. And a lot of those great inside rushers kind of master in that. You know, they can execute the games well, but when they're in a one-on-one, they can collapse the pocket. And Eric's done that over his career, so that's always a big help for edge rushers.
I've noticed he hasn't really necessarily been getting out there on team drills as much as the other players. Is he a guy that he doesn't really necessarily have to do something like that for you to understand what kind of player he is?
I think everybody, you know, we all we all need to work out there playing. But as soon as he gets out there, it's going to be a big help to us. So we're excited about getting Eric back out there for sure.
Do you anticipate him getting more reps as training camp moves along, or is this
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
It seemed like Sunday was the most Travis had kind of been tested in coverage. What did it say to you to see just the way he responded and getting his hands on the football?
I mean, as we all know, he's a great athlete, but you see him doing the extra work out here with Coach Miles and Coach Perkins. So he's really taking advantage of the meeting time and the on-field time with those guys, like I call them the feet meets or the walkthroughs. He's really doing a great job focusing, and then you see his athleticism able to make plays on the ball in the air, so that gets everybody excited. But really pleased with Travis and the effort he's given, obviously doing this with both sides of the ball.
Grant said he's like the most conditioned player he's ever seen. I mean, have you seen many guys with the energy that he has? Yeah,
he is in incredible shape. He really is a really well-conditioned athlete. And I can admire that because I'm struggling out here every day. but no, it is super impressive though. Man, he can go all day. Yeah.
I know Liam said the plan won't change for him necessarily with the Buster News, but just how encouraging is it for you to know you have a guy like that who you can kind of deploy when needed?
Yeah, I mean, that's super encouraging. Obviously, anytime you can get a great athlete like that out there, you're really, really excited. But it's really just the work he's done. That's what really gets us excited because he's working double time and he's done an awesome job with it.
What have you seen on that safety position opposite of Eric Murray in today's practice? It's pretty competitive.
Yeah, I just think there's a lot of guys who are putting in great work. I think Dewey's doing a great job. I think Antonio's doing a great job. Sav's done a great job when he's out there. Obviously Eric has great command back there as well, but we've had a bunch of guys going through there, and they're all really doing a good job. And as you start to get into third down and 2 minute, having DBs out there that are good communicators and can make plays on the ball for you, which we've all seen to this point, that's really exciting.
As far as Caleb Bransaw goes, what have you seen from him?
Yeah, I mean, Caleb's another guy. I think he's got great feet. I've said that before. He is a guy who's been studying really, really hard. I think he did a good job in the summer to be able to come in, hit the ground running. And he's another guy, I would say. I talked about Jack before, but I think he's got really good maturity. And I think I said this the last time I was up here when we were talking about him. He was well coached in college. He was. He's got really good fundamentals, and he's another guy who's got range and can make plays on the ball. So that's been exciting watching him as well.
If you've answered this, I do apologize, but depth at the interior defensive line with Mason Smith out, and also your thoughts on Eric Armstead. Is he going to begin to get more reps as you move forward?
Yeah. I mean, I think the guys that have been in there have been doing a good job. And the silver lining is those guys get a lot more work in camp, and it helps them get better. But, when we get Mason out there and Eric back out there, I think that's going to be a really big shot in the arm for us.
Out there, hot as heck. I was like, wow, what a blessing to be out here. Like, I'm just having so much fun. Obviously, it's a grind and it sucks and it hurts, but like, where else would I rather be? Cliche, just getting better playing football. I got a chance this year to right my wrongs from last year, and in terms of if you want to call this work, what other job would I rather be doing? Out here trying to get better every day. Cliche, but that's really went through my mind and got me through practice, but helped me keep getting better at practice.
How much has your mindset maybe switched or changed a little bit from the last few years, being here?
I mean, when I first got here, everything was exciting. It was new. We had the same opportunity as kind of this year, coming in, proving people wrong and stuff. I feel like we got some of that chip back. We got new staff. We got some new players, but same. Let's show the people who we want to be, who we are as Jaguars, as this team. Take the name out the front of the jersey. Everybody in the building I rock with. So, us 11 on defense, all fighting together. Whatever name we got on, I like what we're doing out there, communicating as one.
Did you think that that's something that was needed for this team to have that chip back, like you said?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously last year did not go great. It's easy to get down on yourselves, kind of get through. It's a toxic mindset of football there, and we got through the season abysmally. So come back this season, let's try to right our wrongs, and let's get out on the right foot.
What's it been like kind of seeing Ventrell's growth over the years and just seeing where he's at now?
It's exciting because he's an explosive player, hard hitter, great energy guy. So if he's confident in what he's doing out there, now he can just play football and make those kind of splash plays that he always makes. It's really cool to see him fit runs, get back in coverage, make the right communications, what I love the most. But just grow as a football player into a real pro, taking care of his body, speaking to me like, a veteran more. It's really, really exciting.
How's it been being coached by Camp. It seems like he's kind of an energetic guy.
Very energetic, and he'll pick you right up. Talking about that, don't get down on yourself. Like, it's early in the morning, already hot, and he's already talking about we need to do better than yesterday. So you don't want to let him down because you know he's going to call you out on it. And I like that mentality. I think a defense or a team kind of takes a little bit of the personality of a coach, and I've said that many times, and I like the personality he brings to the building.
Safe to say Colorado training that you and Chad and Dewey did together, is it coming into effect here today?
It's hot though. I mean, I got the lung capacity though. Yeah. I ain't got to bring out my emergency inhaler.
I hope so.
Nah, I'm joking with you, but it's cool, and it was cool to get with some teammates out there too. Kind of push ourselves out there. Even Chad with his little club he got on right now, he was still working every day, so it was cool to kind of push each other along and wake up early in the mornings to get grinding. Colorado, it doesn't get like however 500 degrees out in the afternoon, so we're still working in the afternoons, whatever we need to do. So it's cool.
Sorry, safe to say, do you feel like you're in your natural position? Do you feel like you're back to where you were?
I'm a football player, man, whatever the coach needs. No, but I like what I'm doing right now. It's all about being in the right spot, trusting the defense, trusting my guys around me. I feel good where I'm at. Obviously, I can keep cleaning stuff up and get better, break on the ball better and stuff, but I like where I'm at.
You brought up Ventrell communication over the last few years. I'm sure you would give an anecdote as far as when you're on the field during a game and maybe you had to communicate extra, or maybe there was miscommunication. Has it felt different this year?
I think one is from everybody knowing what everybody's supposed to do, and that's echoed across the whole defense. So sometimes the safety would come to me and said, this guy went, I thought he went out, but he ended up going vertical, so you're supposed to have this on this play. Maybe 2 years ago, a safety might not know that, what I'm supposed to do on the whole back side of a play. So it's cool to be able to communicate all across the whole 11, or a little stunt, he turned out, you're supposed to get underneath that block. And now I know exactly what everybody's supposed to do, and it helps you be in the right spot because I can trust that he knows he's going to be in the right spot too.
And so much of that, I know we've talked about this, so much of it is about the why. Across the board, is that the theme, would you say, in terms of the communication?
I think relatively keeping things in pattern. So no matter the route combination, no matter the coverage call, kind of being able to relate it to this call to that call, keeping things in pattern, keeps things simpler in the mind, if that makes sense. So you talk about smart players, it's probably players that's been doing the same pattern a long time. They can know what to anticipate. So I think everybody being able to communicate makes everybody play a little bit faster.
Liam has said just having open line communication and being honest is big for him. As a player, just how does that impact you guys? Why does that make a difference to you?
I like it because, not everybody grew up the same way. I was raised very tough. You did something wrong, you're going to hear about it right then and there. You got to correct it. No ifs, ands, or buts. Some people might have inched along and they've been talented and whatever, so they might have gotten away with it. So being able to be challenged right then and there, and knowing that it's not a personal attack, helps you grow as a person as well. I'm not saying I'm the best person in the world, but it helps you be able to communicate the same language, no matter the tone, you're hearing the words instead.
Last year was attack. The year before that, I think, was think takeaways. Is there already a theme for the defense this year?
Stop the run. We got a lot of themes, man, but we stop the run first, limit big plays, and then create takeaways. But it all starts with stopping the run. Making the quarterback throw the ball, that's when a lot of takeaways happen. Quarterback turns the ball over the most, so if you don't stop the run, they're going to keep running it. Yeah.
Eric Armstead is moving back inside at defensive tackle. Just how much of an impact can that make on you guys as a linebacker group, having a guy like that has that push?
Yeah, he's a guy that a lot of offensive lines respect as well, so he gets more attention, which makes my job easier, maybe flowing over the top, or maybe I know they're hanging on that double team, being able to shoot a gap and stuff. So I like that aspect of it. Obviously, he's a vet, so he knows what to do with his body and stuff, and, somebody you don't really have to worry about being ready every Sunday, I feel like. But just, he's going to bring it, and then we're going to play off of him.
I feel like every time the defense makes a play, you're out there cheering the guys on. I see you running from the sideline all the way over to cheer you guys on. What's it like for you to have that type of leadership out there for the guys and just showing up for them every single play?
I just think no matter how you feel, you can't be sometimey, and there are going to be ebbs and flows of practice, ebbs and flows of a game. But if somebody makes a play, if they don't feel like it's rewarded and celebrated, then they don't feel as juiced when they make it. They don't want to make it as much. You celebrate every play that you make. A whole team wants to make plays with you, and then they're going to cheer for me when I make a play. So I just think it's camaraderie of a defense, brotherhood of a defense. You can show it in practice or on the field by really how you cheering for your boy when they make a play, no matter who it is.
Josh said next year he wants more guys, specifically on the defense, to be on the top 100 list. Do you feel like you got snubbed on that list?
No, we had a bad year last year. I can't lie to you. Sometimes I feel like people are gifted the top 100 because of who they are, and I've never been one of those guys that have been fortunate to be high drafted or in a high market with a high win percentage. Obviously, we made the playoffs one year, and I led the league in tackles a whole bunch, but I did not make the list, and I just added that as fuel to the fire. But unfortunately, last year, injuries, and I didn't play to my potential. So it's a blessing every time. It's a blessing, and I want to make it, and I want to be the best out there, and I work to be the best out there. But if I don't do it, that's what it is, So obviously it's a goal, but I think team defense is going to help more of us get on there. More wins are going to help more of us get on there. They're going to reward me when I earn it. They're not going to gift it to me, and I've never had that in my career.
I don't know if you answered this already, but how are you feeling about this Coach Campanile defense for you personally?
There's a lot of opportunity for me, getting eyes back to the ball, kind of what I grew up in a little bit in my first 3 years in Atlanta, where I felt like more of a playmaker and stuff. I had some good years there. Trusting what my boys now know what to do, so I can really trust my breaks on the ball, go get the ball. Even when a running back has the ball, being able to punch it back because I know where the help tackle is coming from, the vice tackles and stuff. And then when we're running other defenses, it's not that old Pete Carroll type defense. Understanding that my safeties know what they're doing, where they're running in the run fits and stuff. Understanding when I can play low, when I have to carry high. It's really cool for me. I like it.
You mentioned the safety groups a few different times already. Just how reassuring is it that now these guys actually, are going to be?
I think it's so important, like, for the whole defense to know what everybody's doing. And when you have trusted people behind you, it's really cool. I'm seeing the growth that we take as a whole defense, and the growth that I'm taking as a player, just playing my play. I remember Coach Caldwell called me an eraser way back in the day, and sometimes that hurts because you're trying to make sure everybody else is right. Obviously, I'm around the ball every play, but I can just trust my play, and if the ball get funneled back to me, staying in my gap, then I feel like I can make even more splash plays. And I think them knowing what they're doing helps me out even more. Maybe they can communicate something I'm not even seeing.
Are you shocked to see what Travis Hunter's able to do, go back and forth, offense, defense, the conditioning level, all that?
The conditioning and energy is crazy. And that's just who he is. Like, he always got high energy. Yeah, and obviously you got to grow he's a young guy, so whatever he's running into out there, I'm not with him all hours of the day. Just be able to keep taking coaching from other players, from your coaches, and keep growing as a player. I think the more plays that he plays, the more he's going to keep growing and say, what should I do now? What should I do now? And it'll be cool to see how he takes off and the player he can develop into.